If you've ever looked at a real estate contract and thought, this feels like reading another language, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to explain real estate contracts in plain English. No legal jargon, no confusion, just clarity. My name is Joe Luca, Realtor. I'm host of the Joe Luca Real Estate Show, and my job is to create the best possible outcome for my clients, whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or investing in Southern New England. Now, what is a real estate contract? At its core, a real estate purchase agreement is simply a written agreement between a buyer and a seller outlining the terms of the sale of the property. It answers 5 basic questions. 1, who is buying and selling? 2, what property is being sold? 3, how much is being paid? 4, when things need to happen? And 5, what happens if something goes wrong? That's it. Everything else is just structure and protection. Here are the 7 most important parts. So let's simplify the key sections that you need to understand. 1, purchase price. This is the number that everybody focuses on, but it's only one part of the story. Price is indeed important, but terms can be just as powerful in negotiations. 2, we have the earnest money deposit. This is a good faith deposit. It shows the seller that the buyer is serious. It's not extra money. It goes toward your down payment or closing costs. 3, contingencies. This is one of the most important parts of a real estate contract. A contingency means this deal moves forward only if certain conditions are met. Common contingencies include a home inspection contingency, a mortgage or financing contingency, and an appraisal contingency. These clauses protect buyers and, structured properly, they protect sellers too. 4, the inspection period. This gives the buyer time to evaluate the property. This is where you discover structural issues, roof condition, mechanical systems problems, and safety concerns that may not have been visible or apparent during your first tour of the home. A well-negotiated inspection clause can prevent thousands of dollars in unexpected surprises. 5, financing terms. This section states how the buyer is paying, whether it's by a conventional mortgage, an FHA loan, a VA loan, or a USD loan, or paying cash. This matters because not all financing types are equal in strength. 6, we have the closing date. This is the target date that ownership transfers. But here's what many people miss. The closing date has to coordinate with the loan underwriting department, the title search, the insurance, and the final walkthrough, which I conduct an hour or 2 before the closing. That's why experienced contract management matters. And 7, default and dispute clauses. This outlines what happens if someone doesn't perform. You hope you never need this section, but you want it written properly. Now, why contracts matter more than people think is because a real estate contract is not just paperwork. It's risk management, negotiation strategy, financial protection, and timeline control. The difference between a smooth transaction and a stressful one often comes down to how the contract was written and negotiated. In a competitive housing market, especially here in Southern New England with low inventory, strong contract strategy matters more than ever. Price is visible. Contract strength, that's strategic. My job is not to practice law. I'm not an attorney. I'm a realtor. I'm licensed to sell real estate. So my job is to protect your interests, negotiate favorable terms, ensure compliance with state regulations, coordinate lenders, attorneys, inspectors, and title companies, and anticipate problems before they happen. A well-written contract is proactive, not reactive. Folks, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel. I create regular videos explaining buying a home, selling a home, and real estate investing, as well as market trends and mortgage financing updates. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.